Welcome to Sharing the Spotlight, an episode that is a part of the series Listening to Canberra Voices, made at the University of Canberra Faculty Art of Design's 2023. Today we will be talking about Canberra REP, which is one of the oldest established theatre companies in Australia, being credited with over 500 productions, providing a range of opportunities to theatre lovers to develop high-quality theatrical productions in Canberra. I'm your host, Max, and today I'm with Eve. Would you like to introduce yourself, Eve, and as well as Canberra REP?
Sure. My name is Eve. I do some photography for some of the productions at Canberra REP. Yeah, like you said, Canberra REP is one of the oldest established theatre companies in all of Australia, and obviously they're Canberra-based. They were founded in 1932, so just over 90 years of putting on plays, and they do about 6 plays a year, so that's, like 500 or 550 almost.
Would you like to start by discussing Canberra REP's connection to the Canberra community and its diversity in actors?
Right. Yeah, they are very diverse in their casting. They will, take a play that's already written and put it on in their own way and put their own spin on it. And a lot of the time the actors will end up maybe not matching the original description. We had last year, there was a play called Arsenic and Old Lace. And one of the actors who was originally, in the original play, they weren't Pakistani, but in their production, they were Pakistani. So it's just little things like that. It makes no difference to the actual character in their story. It's just representation, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, getting it out there,
exactly.
Giving everyone a shot. Despite,
exactly.
Yeah, of course. Okay. And its connection to the Canberra community, you said it does fundraisers, it's not for profit, so
yeah.
Where does the profits, I'm assuming, goes back into the community?
Yeah. They're listed they're registered with the ACNC as a charity. So all of the crew and actors, it's all volunteer work, so it's not paid or anything. Yeah, the actors, they take out their free time to go to rehearsals and put on the show, and photography is just a side thing. And I think that goes for most of the crew, the set design and the directing and everything.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, so the set design, I want to touch on that a bit more. Does it sort of do you provide business to local organizations, or say a chair needs to be made? Do you source that from Canberra, or is it more externally sourced from just IKEA or something like that?
It's definitely sourced in Canberra. For example, if it's a chair that needs to be made, it'll be made by the Canberra community, whether they're actually with Canberra REP and helping Canberra REP specifically or not, but it's all for Canberra with Canberra.
What is your favourite Canberra REP production and why?
My favourite Canberra REP production would probably be Happy Birthday Wanda June that they put on in 2018. It's a play by Kurt Vonnegut about this little girl that has unfortunately died. She got hit by an ice cream truck, of all things. And it's, basically her journey through heaven, and it's a comedy. It's very, very funny. She's befriended ex-Nazi in heaven, and in the real world it does bounce back and forth between heaven and the real world. And there's a family that we see them through their everyday life. The husband of the family went missing in Africa or something and just spontaneously came back. It's very funny, very chaotic. And I haven't seen anything quite like that in any theatre company, actually.
Because you're a photographer for them, how do you find your photography helps them and in their growth and giving them more visibility? And how do you cater to younger generations with the social media or your photography? Do you sort of have a different spin than you would an audience of an older generation? Or
a lot of the people that help out at Canberra REP are not a part of the younger generations. I'm probably I think the youngest that helps out there. So a lot of my photography, I do try to cater towards the younger audiences. So getting a little bit of a different angle, or emotional shots, I suppose. If somebody's shouting, I'll make sure I've captured that instead of just, people are sitting down at a coffee table. And I think getting the right lighting and color grading in a photo makes it, if it's, got a green hue to it and the play is set in like southern Texas or something. It's really not getting the point across. But yeah, I think social media like really helps out because, like you said, like the younger generations, they want to be able to see that. And if it's just, you know, posted in the newspaper or it's a sign on the side of the road, they might not know. But if it's on social media somewhere where they can view just scrolling on their phone and they can repost and whatever, it reaches them a lot easier.
Have you had any professional photography experience for companies outside of Canberra, or has most of your work been personal?
A lot of it's been personal and a lot of it has been Canberra-based. I have only started like really pursuing photography for like a career just in like the recent like couple years, maybe like 3 or 4 years. And yeah, a lot of my stuff is just like taking photos for my Instagram or for Canberra REP, and that'll, you know, be posted in websites and social media. Yeah, I don't do a lot of my photography professionally yet, but I would absolutely love to. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, cool. With your personal projects or photography, is it sort of landscapes, portraits, or ethereal, anything like that?
It's a little bit of a mixed bag. I've done like landscape, nature shots. I've done portraits and headshots for people. And then obviously I'll do the production photography, which is not something you see in every photographer's portfolio. So I like that I've been given the opportunity to do this because it kind of makes me stand out a little bit more. But yeah, I've taken photos of like hot air balloons and fire, I suppose. Yeah, it's definitely, I'm a jack of all trades in the photography world. Yeah.
And is your work digital or is it film?
It's digital.
Digital,
Film is so daunting.
No, it is pretty scary.
Yeah.
With the digital world, do you sort of try and keep most of the like production within the camera, or do you sort of edit in post? Or
a lot of it is in the camera.
A lot of it's in the camera.
I will edit in post, but it's like just fixing saturation, or like, you know, there was a speck of dust on the lens or something that I hadn't noticed in the moment. So it's just fixing things that I might not notice when I'm actually taking the photo. It's things that I can only really do in post. But aside from that, it's all in the camera.
No, cool. With the increased use of like more digital like methods in terms of adding stuff over the top of photos, whether it be AI generated or stuff like that, is something that you're interested in getting into? Or
definitely, like I'd absolutely give it a shot. A lot of what I do, I am proud of it because it's like all me. Like I've done that and it's something that I've actually wanted to take a photo of. I think if I like mix in AI or like anything else that isn't me, I'm not sure that I would be so proud of it, but I'd definitely give it a red hot go. Yeah.
Is there any methods or subjects that you find within your work that is uniquely Canberran?
I mean, I suppose, yeah, actually, like I said before, the hot air balloons, they were for the Canberra Day festivals. There was those early morning balloons, and I try to go every year because, like, photography aside, I absolutely do adore Canberra. It's a city, but it's still like a cute little community that I like being a part of.
Big country town, really, isn't
it? Exactly. It's a big country town. But yeah, so anything that I can do, photography or otherwise, for Canberra, I will, because I love it and I love being here. But yeah, I took photography for the botanical gardens, and I've done like photos at Cockington Green. So like, I'm all over the shot.
Yeah, definitely. Is there a reason that you like shooting for Canberra REP?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like anything I can do for the Canberra community, I will. And they're such a lovely group of people. Like, it's not a huge crew back there. There's the president, the marketing team, and then like just volunteers really. And they're all so lovely, so nice, so friendly. And I've been doing drama and theatre for my entire life, like going on almost 20 years. I've been doing various acting performances.
Have you acted for Canberra REP?
I haven't. My dad has. He's been in a good handful of shows, but I am yet to. I was considering it for a while, and then I realised that they were looking for like volunteer like in the crew, and I was like, well, I'm doing photography, and this was near the start of my like deciding that this is what I want to do. And so I put my name forward for photography, and they were like, definitely come on in, like show us what you've got. And they liked it, and they've, you know, kept me on. They've kept me in their wing this long, so hope I don't mess up.
Great. Yeah.
But yeah, I love shooting for Canberra REP because I've been doing drama all my life, so I know how a play works, and like I know how to talk to directors and cast members, and I know all the unspoken rules of being backstage and in the audience and stuff like that. So it's a familiar space.
Yeah. If someone wanted to reach out to Canberra REP to get amongst either a play as an actor or part of the like team to crew, even just like the external workings of Canberra REP, how would they go about that?
I went through the website, just the Canberra REP website, and you can like put in expressions of interest for almost anything, like anything you could imagine behind the scenes. They're looking for like set design, like producers, photography, wardrobe, whatever else. And their auditions for their plays are posted all over social media. That's like Instagram, Facebook, on their website as well, of course. So yeah, if you ever find a play that you might want to be a part of and are interested in, keep an eye out because they'll always be posting about it, always be posting the dates. So yeah, just like really just keep an eye out for what suits your fancy.
Yeah. Is that just at Canberra REP on Instagram?
Yes, it is.
Cool. What equipment do you have for your photography work, or say someone wanted to get into it, what's some suggestions that they'd need to buy or learn or to get into photography?
Yeah. For just like photography in general, like Nikon and like Canon and Sony, like they're the big three camera types.
Yeah. Brands. Yeah.
Brands. Thank you. Nikon, Canon, and Sony are the big three camera brands. I have a Nikon, and I've got a big fancy schmancy zoom lens that I attach on, and that's what I use. But I'm well into it. Like they're not the beginner cameras, they're not the cheap ones, but like definitely like they've got incredible beginner cameras in there. And if you want to do photography at Canberra REP specifically, they have a camera there, so you don't even need like your own. They've got equipment for you.
Yeah, that's great.
Because like all of Canberra REP is volunteer work, so they're not going to expect that you go out and buy a $1,000 camera plus lenses just to not get paid to take photos of a production. So
no, that's good. So some people, like I know photographers sort of say that anyone with a camera is like a photographer. Would you believe that, or is there more to it?
No, 100% I would agree. Even like your phone camera, like if you're going out and taking photos and you like what you're taking photos of, you are a photographer.
Yeah.
Like that's what photography is really all about, is like taking a photo of something that you want to take a photo of.
Yeah.
Like don't listen to what other people are telling you to take photos of. Take photos of what you want to, and you're proud of it and you're happy with it. It's your own choice. That's what photography is all about.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm a big fan of sunsets. You'll find me with a sunset photo at all times. But yeah, like I know people that like primarily focus on like portraits of people, and then other people do like nature and flora, fauna, the whole lot. But yeah, like find what works for you, and if that's like everything, perfect.
Yeah. Like
you're never gonna get bored.
Just get out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to come have a conversation with us today, Eve. Is there anywhere that we can reach out to you personally to see your personal works? Or
yeah, I'm on Instagram, eve.fim. I'm also credited in a whole bunch of Canberra REP posts that I've done photography for. So yeah, if you want to keep an eye out on my work, you absolutely can. If you want to keep an eye out on my Canberra REP stuff, that'll be on Canberra REP's Instagram.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
No worries.